We are back at it. Grown Man's Game, episode 8 here. I'm Gerrit Ritt, your host, formerly the Jim Rome Show, NBC, CBS, Fox, and what have you. I'm here with Johnny Ballgame, John Collins, who we both went out to the U.S. Open a couple months ago, or just last month, John. Time flies so fast. Got a little merch here, so I'm representing LACC. Johnny does as well. He somehow snaked that one off of Colin Morikawa's locker room. We're not going to get into that too deep, but unless of course he picks Colin in our little 6-man draft here coming up soon. But we want to talk about the British Open, the Open, coming up on Thursday. This is our preview for it. John, like I said, we're coming off the U.S. Open at your home course, Los Angeles Country Club that you grew up playing. Just what your thoughts were on that again, and then quickly what you're thinking, how excited you are for this British Open starting on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm still buzzing from that day, Sunday, where I didn't think I was going to go and went. It looked like Ricky had the edge. Then you had Rory coming on, and I was able to follow the players for the last few holes and see him walk off 18. Patted Rory on the back. I'm on NBC. I got a photo of it. And Wyndham Clark, what can you say, man? Maybe not everyone's choice. Maybe it was a result people didn't like. But, man, you got to give that guy credit for what he did with the players around him.
Deserving, for sure. He was the most consistent guy on that final day, and the only one that didn't really blow up. So congrats to him. I don't see him breaking into our top 6 here, as we're going to do a little quick 6-man draft. We're each going to go back and forth. Johnny will start taking a guy, and we'll each have 3 golfers by the end. And then we'll take a little sleeper pick as well. Someone people probably aren't thinking will be in the top 15, 20 picks or so. So I'm excited for it. Love the British Open. Every year it's kind of a disaster. You can have someone winning this thing over par, or last year in a rare event, you had Cameron Smith winning at 20 under somehow. I think it was an all-time record for majors. Guy went 20 under at St. Andrews of all places. So they were just ripping that course to death. This year, it is in England. It is in Liverpool, Royal Liverpool, where they had this event back in 2014. But without further ado, I think we're going to get this going. And Johnny, who would you take to win this bad boy? Who is your number 1 pick overall in our Royal Liverpool British Open draft?
I don't think it's any surprise, so I'm not going out on a limb, but Rory, how can you not? He'll be the favorite. He just won the Scottish Open. I saw him get 2nd place at my country club. I think everyone wants it to just kind of happen. You say Rory, and there's kind of this depression, and he's still, top 3 golfer in the world. He won there. His last win was there in 2014, correct?
That's right. So, he won this thing last time it was at Royal Liverpool.
Right. So there's going to be a lot of fans, a lot of momentum. He's playing good. He's confident. I just like his character. And yeah, so I'm not going on a limb to say Rory.
I have done such a 180 on Rory in the recent years. There was a long time where I had no interest in this guy. I did not want to see him win. Something about him rubbed me the wrong way. I liked so many of the other guys instead, and didn't help that he was a Manchester United fan. Anyhow, a lot of factors grew in there, and I didn't root for him. Now I can't help but root for him. His anti-live stance didn't hurt much at all. I really love the guy for doing what he's doing there and just ripping into those guys and not want to be any part of the live tour. And now, yes, he has been right there. This is almost like Phil at some point of his year, just coming year in, year out, tournament after tournament, coming in 2nd place. And he wanted so bad for him now. He said, come on, Rory, get there. But yeah, it has not been for so long where he has a major. It's, I think, 33 tournaments now that we're waiting on him to do so. And can he go back to back and win the Scottish Open last week right down the road and then come in and win an Open? I don't know. Yeah. I honestly would have done it. And instead, at number 2, I'm going to go with Jon Rahm. The guy just knows how to win majors. He's been crushing it. I think he's the third pick uh, overall as far as the odds go. He already won the Masters, and he's just competing like a dog in every single tournament, every single major that he gets in. I think Rom goes the distance and gets the two majors for this calendar year. So that's my first pick. You are
You
on
know,
the board at number 3.
my thing with Rom is he's a little volatile. He has moments where he melts down. Yes, he's very consistent. I'm not sure how he is with the links golf. I really don't know. I haven't really checked, but he's too mercurial for me. Yes, he was playing hot, but he's kind of slipped off, and he just seems to have those moments where a few holes and all of a sudden he sinks. But you can't go wrong. He's still top player in the world.
He won the Masters despite a double bogey on the first hole
Right.
of the tournament.
Right.
So
Yeah.
he can handle adversity.
So my pick then, let's go back to the well with Cam Smith. I love him. I had him last year in my pool, and man, was that scintillating stuff with him, Rory, Cam Young, all battling till the end. Cam Smith hitting this crazy putt off the green, rolling up, puts it to within 11 on 17, the Roadhouse hole, nails it. Can he go back to back? I don't know. Seems like he has the demeanor. He's certainly got the putter, and his thing is off the tee. But give me Cam Smith, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Very nice. Last guy to win it back to back, Padraig Harrington won it back in 2007, 2008. That was one reason I didn't even have Cam Smith on my list of picks right here, my top 6. I wasn't going to go with him. I just think the odds are too much against someone going back to back. Could
Right.
easily do it. The guy has the skill. I love the guy. Love the mullet. Everything about him is great, other than the fact that he went to live. But whatever you're gonna do. I think you can make a good pick there at 3. You can't go wrong. Even if he finishes top 5, that's a strong pick. Like you said, he won last year, just edged out Cameron Young, Cam going 1 and 2. That top 10 last year was loaded. Not
Yeah.
a single bad name in the top 10.
Right.
And I hope we get the same thing as we did last year, this year as well. So not a bad pick with Cam. Since you passed on him then with the 4th overall pick, I got to go Scotty Scheffler. He's actually right behind Rory as the dual favorites. I think he's plus 750 right now. It's gone down from plus 900 already since from the weekend. Rory is at plus 700 as the favorite. So, I mean, if you're going to allow me to have Scheffler at 4, yeah, I'm going to kind of pass up other guys that I would have taken and easily grab him. So I'm totally happy with Rom and Chef.
Not a bad start. I did see Scheffler in the clubhouse at U.S. Open. Said hi to him. It's very cool. He's a stud. Best striker of the ball. One of the best short games. The question becomes the flat stick, and it seems like he's struggling with that recently. He's always there. We know he's going to be there. I don't know his record offhand of British Opens, but it's all about the putter, and you need to be putting really good. But his short game will keep him there on Sunday, so you can't go wrong with Scotty Chef.
So now you got a third pick here, and you got a loaded field. Do you take Brooks Koepka? You got your boy Ricky still out there. You got the hometown kid and Tommy Fleetwood, who is somehow a top 6 selection. He grew up in Liverpool. Jordan Spieth. You got Colin Morikawa. You got a ton of people you could be taking right here, including Cam Young, who finished second in this event last year. So I'm intrigued. I love the fact that I'm going to get whoever you don't get to chance to pick. So who's your third guy?
It's a tough one. I love Fairway Jesus, Tommy Fleetwood. I do. And gosh, that's another guy who just, you want him to break through. Tony Finau and him. And Ricky, guys that are the best players not to win a major. But I got to go with Run, Ricky, Run, man. I think Ricky's striking the ball. This is a heart pick. He's striking the ball well. His flat sticks, he's money from 7 feet in. And I just feel like he'll be right there. And I think there's some other names that might be a little more efficient to pick, but give me Ricky striking the ball. Go USA. I've got my I've got my Euro guys, and I'll top it out with Ricky.
He's got to do it
We have
sometime,
dinner on
doesn't
this,
he?
right?
Come on, Ricky.
We have dinner on this, right? In our
I
little
love it.
pool.
Whatever you want to do, man.
All right.
Money, top money earned between our three guys. You mentioned Ricky. Now you have Rory and Ricky on your squad. Guess who finished 1-2 back in 2014 when this tournament was last at Royal Liverpool? That would be Rory and Ricky. They finished 1-2. Probably the best that Ricky has done in a major in his career. Well, obviously, since he's never won. And then he had a third place finish there at the U.S. Open at LACC last month. So,
No, just Ricky. Ricky had a year, G, where he finished second place in like 3 or 4 majors in a year. Ricky had a crazy year, and I think that probably sent him on a spiral because he had such tough losses. But yeah, back.
hell, it may have been 2014. This is 9 years ago we're talking
Yeah, might
about.
have
He
been.
was right
Okay.
there. He tied with Sergio that year,
Well,
finished second at the 2014 Open. So, man, this leaves so many with me. I almost wanted to save Tommy Fleetwood to be my sleeper pick because he's from Liverpool, because he's a fellow Everton fan of the EPL. Love that guy. And he just was in the top 3 in Scottish Open just last week until he double bogeyed 18. He went from like 3rd to 8th on one unfortunate shot on 18. But he's playing great. He's coming to his home course. But I'm not going to pick him here. I can't leave him as my sleeper. He's too much of kind of a hometown favorite this week. You left me with a really hard choice here because I really badly wanted to take Jordan Spieth. The guy has finished 9th or better in 4 of the last 6 years at the Open. He's won once. He won back in 2017. He would be my backup choice, but I'm going to go with Koepka because Koepka is a monster as far as majors go. And it's going to be now. I think this is what happens. He's going to take the British Open this year, or if not, he's going to finish right there in the top 3. So Koepka is my guy. I love my squad. I love Rahm, Scheffler, and Koepka. Are you kidding me? That is a just murderer's row as far as I'm concerned. What are
your
your
favorite?
thoughts on your 3 guys?
I love my team. I got Rory, who I think he'll have the support of the world, if you will. I think he's playing great. So, I'll just take Rory. You can take the field, man. But then I got Cam Smith, who's a monster. Very sneaky, silent. I don't think a lot of people or enough people really know how good this guy is. And with Run Ricky Run, we'll see. I mean, I know he's playing really well, and I know he'll be there, contending. And I know he's not afraid of the links course. And as you said, he came in second back then at the same course. So
Yeah,
I'm
we
happy.
passed on Victor Hovland. No one took him. He tied it for 4th in this event last year. DJ actually tied for 6th. Bryson DeChambeau was 8th, along with Cantlay, and then Spieth tied for 8th as well. A lot of good guys. Who do you like as a sleeper pick this year? And do you think someone from outside that top 10, 20 in the world will break through and give us a run for our money on Sunday?
Yeah, there's this guy who just kind of broke in on the tour. I don't know if you know a guy named Steph Curry. He plays in the NBA, 2-time champ. I hear he's getting an exemption. Give me Steph
Ah,
Curry. Oh man, I didn't know how good he really was.
how about the hole in one? The hole in
So,
one
the
on
Eagle on the last hole, it's running around the courses. He's got a
went
nice.
Michael Block on us on this one. Total one lead went Michael Block. Hit a hole in one and then the Eagle to win. Oh my God. So
What is
good.
going?
That was fun to
Unfair,
watch.
unfair.
By the
All
way,
right.
John, I'll be playing that course in Tahoe about a month and a half from now. My brother's bachelor party. We're going there over Labor Day weekend, and we're already got tea time set at Edgewood, right there on the water in Tahoe. So I am mega pumped for that one.
Get some photos. Get some photos.
We'll just sporting
All
on my
right.
LACC hat for you.
So
All right, who's your sleeper?
my guy is I'm going with an Englishman who has 6 European Tour victories. He always seems to be hanging around the leaderboard, and that is Tyrrell Hatton. He's going to be familiar with this course. He's going to have a lot of people supporting him. And Shane Lowry was another guy that I think is just going to be there. But you got to take count of some of these Englishmen. I like him a lot to lurk around and maybe push through.
Really love Tyrell Hatton. He is a stud, like you said. He had a stretch earlier this season where he was just nailing top fives one after the other. I think he put up a win or two. So really good guy. I also consider Brian Harmon. He's not really the big name, but he did finish in a tie with DJ for six last year. So I kind of thought that may have disqualified him, kind of like it disqualified Tommy Fleetwood for doing so well. So I got a guy who's I think he may be in his second year on tour, I believe. He just came in sixth last week at the Scottish Open, and he finished eighth at LACC under the radar completely. Many people don't think of this guy, but Tom Kim is having himself a career starting off right now. I think Tom showed what he could do at a links course just last week, and the fact that he can do that and come in the top 10 in a major just in this last one at US Open, I think he's prime, man. I think he's prime for getting another top 10, maybe even surprise the world here and get himself his first major at Liverpool. So, like in our squads, you got yourself Rory, Cam, Ricky, and now Tyrell Hatton. I got an absolute stud squad: John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, Brooks Koepka, just like Jonathan Thomas, right? Instead of Jonathan Taylor, and Tom Kim as my sleeper pick. So I
I
like
do
it.
love your Tom Kim pick. I do love Tom Kim. He's striking the ball. Man, he's coming out of nowhere. I think he quadruple bogeyed that last week. It just made it painful for Rory to finish that up. Seems like him and Fleetwood were just all over the course at the end, but he played well. He's right there. I like that pick. So
The best part about Royal Liverpool is these last four holes, two of those are par fives. So you can come in and have a lot of chance to make up ground in the last four holes on Sunday. There might be some eagle opportunities, although one of these par fives is 620 yards at Royal Liverpool. I don't think that's the 18th, but we do end at 18 with a par five. I love when that happens, just like Jesus, now I'm screwing up everybody's name. Steph Curry hitting the eagle putt on 18 to win at Tahoe. Now we got a par five. Now we got a par five here. And right before that, just like TPC Sawgrass does in Jacksonville at the Players, they have a par three on the 17th hole. And it's only 136 yards. People are going to be pulling out sand wedges to hit on the second to last hole of the British Open here as we come down to the end. So it's going to be really, really fun to watch. Johnny, I'm pumped. Thanks for doing this for us on Grown Man's Game, episode 7, or this is episode 8. Look, I'm screwing that up now too. I'm on fire, John. And we'll see you again soon after this weekend when we'll probably recap the Open, some baseball, and talk a little more fantasy football as well. So, thanks, Johnny.
sounds good. Thank you, man. Enjoyed it.